Good afternoon. I am fine. So many people are out. What are they going to do? No? Running. Why? Branding? Branding the uniform lesson. So what do we do now? What do we do? Will they come and consult you on what you will have done? Because today we are supposed to be going through activity 7, 8, and 9. In your book, activity 7, 8, and 9 of page 5. Unfortunately, it is not so loud, but maybe somewhere at the center. You can try to listen keenly and then we talk about it. Yeah, come in. BTs. The BT, the speaker BT. Have you seen any teacher come with it? Because mine got spoiled, so. How far is it? Almost ended. Yeah, so those who are here have heard. Let me place somewhere else as we continue. Maybe here, then it will be there lastly. Unfortunately, we are not loud enough because we don't have a BT, the speaker. So maybe those you can move. Actually, you can see the snow so that you pay attention to whatever is happening. Yeah, we are supposed to learn what is called table etiquette. As those listen, maybe I can ask those who have not listened. What do you know about what you are supposed to do when you are eating, during eating, and after eating? Maybe these ones can share because they have not watched, then we come here. Yes? Let's say you are at home, there is a party, and you have so many guests. What do you know that you are supposed to practice as etiquette before eating, during eating, and after eating? First, pray to appreciate the provision by God. Any other thing you must observe? Maybe you've seen your mother reminding you to do before eating. Yes. Yeah, washing your hands. Any other? And when you wash the hands, there's something about the hands. What are you supposed to do? Yeah? You're supposed to wipe either with a napkin or something. Most houses, they are supposed to have napkins or a towel where you are supposed to clean those hands with. In some situations, they'll give us, like in open meetings, they'll give us what? A serviette, right? Yeah. Anything else we are supposed to do during eating now? We should only speak when we have swallowed our food, but we should avoid chewing while speaking. Any other? Yes? Anything you've seen your mother or your aunt or whoever is around you telling you to observe while eating? Or you've seen someone doing and you didn't like it during eating? Yeah? Teuka ni kufanya nini? Belching. So avoid belching before people. Anything else? Yes? Yeah? Talking. We should avoid talking while eating. And then as we finish, maybe if you don't have other factors about during, when you finish, what are you supposed to do? We should? We should? Wash our hands before we wash. Remember, somebody served us, even if it's our mother, or even the waiter. What do we do? Or the host. So we should say thank you or appreciate them. Then now we wash our hands and again clean with a towel so that, and we avoid spreading our hands. For those who have listened, what did you find in the video that you have learned? Maybe something new? Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes we are pressed or we need to go away when people are sitting. And remember, you are with many people. It is etiquette to excuse ourselves from the table. How do we excuse ourselves? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, excuse me, may I go out or may I step out a little bit? So it's good to inform them so that they don't keep wondering what is happening. Anything else you've learned? Yeah. Yeah, most people, I don't know. You are eating and your elbows are like this. It's wrong. Your body should be off the table. Give yourself space between the table and yourself. Any other? Yeah. Yeah, you switch off or put it aside so that you are not eating and at the same time you are distracted by the phone. Any other? Yeah. Yeah. Chewing while talking, I think they shared. But again, there is something about chewing. How do we chew? I saw something, they were explaining to how to chew. So you must close your mouth and not chew loudly. You know, there are people who eat and you can even hear that sound and it's so irritating. When you hear somebody the way they are really chewing loudly, it becomes very irritating. Like, it's so irritating. So make sure that when you are chewing, you are considering the rest of those who are around you. Uh-huh.
And you want something from me, you ask some.
Yeah, you want some salt. Maybe I want that salt, and it's there, and I'm sitting here. I shouldn't begin raising my hand or shouting at somebody. I should talk to the person next, then they talk to the next so that they bring it where I am. But you don't go shouting about it. Any other? Yes. While eating, don't stand. That's very common among boys. Boys sometimes, though not boys alone. I have lived with a niece and I have a son. A son used to do that. And now I have a niece who normally, before she finishes food, she will hold a piece of meat in the hand and she's carrying the plate to the kitchen. So it irritates me so much. I wonder why she cannot sit and finish, then now carry the plate to the kitchen. She will be holding, she'll pick that piece, hold in the hands, then now bring the plate. Or the chapati, she holds it, then carries the plate to the kitchen while holding it. Or walking and finishing while she's bringing. So it becomes very irritating. Any other? What about when you are using spoons, you have forks? Do you know how to use them? How? Yeah, so it should be something closer to you. And then you must always hold where do you hold the knife? Is it this hand or this? Yeah? Right, while the fork, the left. Then when you are cutting, it should be kind of crisscross. Then when it is something you are cutting, how large should be the pieces? Whether it's meat or whether it's cheese you are cutting or cake. How big should be the piece? You can actually chew so that you are not having it protruding out of your mouth. Then yeah, there are things we are supposed to use our hands, including, apart from maize, what else? Chicken what? The chicken leg or the wing, those ones you cannot eat with a spoon, a fork. You must use your hand. And then, whenever maybe we are choked or you feel like the mouth is not clean, what are you supposed to do when eating? You clean it with have a towel, not a towel as such, but a napkin or the serviette. Yes. Yeah, once you finish eating, you must fold the napkin and place it on the left hand side of your plate. Then to show that you have finished even in a hotel, because some people will be people to serve in a hotel, others will be people to eat. What will show you that the customer has finished to eat? How will be the spoon and the fork? Yes? Is it looking up or upside down? Yeah, because if you finish and you're placing your spoons like this, somebody thinks you're still going on. Yet, if you're going on and you place your spoon the other way again, somebody will think you are done when you have not. Then there is things to do with drinks and food. Where do we position our drinks when you are eating? On the left or right? Yeah, it should be on the right, so that whenever you want to drink, you are comfortable to pick it. Instead of putting on the left and you begin struggling again with the other hand to pick it. So there are so many aspects of table manners, actually, and we must differentiate between when we are in school, when we are in a party, when we are also having dignitaries, and when we are in a hotel. We have a habit of most Kenyans shouting at waiters just because they have paid money. In some countries, if you do that, they'll not serve you. There is a way you are supposed to communicate to waiters without making feel like they are not important. Remember, whatever they are doing, they are helping you as you help them. So we don't have to consider them like people who are misfits and shout at them, humiliate them, demand. Then we have some, you find that when you are buying even chips, this is chips for 100, but you want to finish the whole tomato sauce in the hotel. You have just bought 1 cup of tea, but you want to finish the whole sugar in the hotel. So those habits we are supposed to also observe. Then when a fly falls in our tea, what do we do? A fly. That happens a lot. You've just served your tea and a fly comes and it falls inside. What do we do? A fly falls in our food, especially tea. What do? You pour tea and serve. What about if it's something else? You paid. What will you do? Yes? What will you do in a hotel? But if it fell when it's already, you have taken even some amount. Yeah, so for hygiene purposes, once a fly gets into our tea, we are not supposed to eat it or take it. We are supposed to pour. Then there is a difference between how to take porridge and how to take tea and also the rest of the food. So we have also to establish. So we have watched that. Maybe all of us have not been able to watch, but we were supposed to have done, all of us. Then we were supposed to have gone through this conversation on page 5, that telephone conversation. Just pause it. Yeah, so tomorrow there is an academic day for Form 3s. Huh? So what you'll do, I may not be able to come because that time I'll be having consultation with parents, or if I come, then I should find you ready to role play, just like we did the other day here. Two people, parent and secretary. And I would really appreciate if you try to memorize so that you will be showing your facial expressions. So at least randomly in class, those who are confident, we can have 5 groups again. 5 groups. So try to read through, then memorize. Then we see how you can do it here tomorrow. Yeah, so I think that is it. Unless there is a question. Any question? Now they were planning to have you sit for an assessment, but they are saying that the work you've covered seems to be very little, so you may have to do it after you come back. Why are you happy? You don't want to be assessed? Huh? You're not ready? We are. Okay. Yeah, so you also find time to read that comprehension. And then during class, we want to assess ourselves on how fluent we can read. So I'll be recording maybe at least 3 different people when you read, so that I can see, are you reading correctly? And as a class, we comment on the faults during reading, because we must be able, by the end of grade 10, we should be fluent enough when reading, whether it's a storybook, a newspaper, or anything else. So you also try to get time to read this, then we'll record at least 4 people or 5 as they read in different areas of the class. Yeah, otherwise have a good day.